Good day, everyone. I'm the Anarchist, and today I'm checking out the new Frost DLC that we have. Now, I didn't even know this came out up until I launched my game today, as I was recording my episode for Saturday. Now, first we have this new offset door. It's on the front part of the block, so I'll go ahead and show you that. It's on the front half of the block, leaving the back half empty. So you could put two doors like this and have a space in between. I like it. It gives you more space than the two interior doors, and I love the way they look. The way that they line up better with the actual edge means that you don't have to use the sliding doors. The sliding door. That's what they are called, these doors. Just so that you can match up with the wall. I like these a lot more. I wonder, how does that... Oh, that does kind of poke through. Nice. Okay. Now I assume that if you had two of these doors back, or right next to each other, wrong way, it wouldn't be an issue because they kind of just do that to each other. So you don't see them poking through each other. I like that. Now, after this, we have hanger doors. Oh, that's so beautiful. I could just see setting up a sensor group or setting up a sensor that allows us to just be driving along, get to a certain point, it starts opening the door, we get through, and it closes right behind us. Oh, I would love that so much. I like it. Such a nice model. And then we have an absolutely massive antenna dish. It looks amazing. Now, this is not on some kind of pillar or anything. I had to put these blocks here. That tells me that you could create your own rotating antenna any way that you want. So you can put a lot of design into this. I just kind of put it up so that you guys would get the full effect of just how big it is. Like, you put this on top of your base, then you know you are going to be essential for, or you're going to be a hub. That is for sure. Now I'm going to go ahead and remote access this terminal, and it goes up to 50 kilometers. So pretty normal. It's just pretty much it's a normal antenna, but instead of having to custom make your own antenna, you have this. They give you an antenna dish so that you don't have to make your own. And generally, when you make your own, they're kind of goofy looking. So, I really like this. Now, another thing added in is dead engineers. You can actually make them now. They are pretty cheap at one glass radio component and display for all of them. And you've got multiple different variations, and you can access each inventory. Got one kind of slumped over on himself, one laying down on the ground, one face down on the ground. This guy is just on his back, kind of lumping over his backpack, like there. This guy's... Oop, that was weird. kind of on his face side, different variation of these two. And then we have this guy slumping like he's up against a wall. So if I were to put that there, just slumped up against a wall. And how about that? Yeah. So I really like those. Oh, I might as well. Come on. Oh, oh, that was a mess up. Anyways, along with those, we also have small hydrogen tanks. This is a 1x2 hydrogen tank for a large grid. In total, it holds 30. I think. I'm not sure if this is affected right now by the inventory modifier, but that would be 350,000 liters. Let's see what my inventory size is. I did not check it. No, it's small inventory size, so it should be normal. But along with that, we also have a small grid variant, which holds 7,000 liters. And, oh, it's just so beautiful. Got such a nice texture. I like this height or uh, explosive materials symbol right here. This one has its own like valve right here. I was having so much trouble making my episode and trying to figure out what to call that. Um, you can actually see the kind of roundness to the edge of the canister. Oh, I just bumped it. On both ends, it's a small port on the bottom right here, and this is a 1x2x2. Get rid of that before it flies off. Go ahead and try to get this back on in a way. That works. You can see some kind of cooling vents right there. Oh, I just did it again. And there's your LEDs that show you how full it is. And there they are on that one. And it kind of looks like an oxygen tank on the large good variant. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Now, in total, we also have, not in total, some new emotes. So this one is the number 4. It's checking your wrist, and it takes a bit of time for it to actually do it. Or not number 4, number 5 on my hotbar. It takes a little bit of time for it to actually activate and do it. I think that's just it getting set up for the motion or whatever. And then we have this one. What I've seen is this one, the first time you do it, it doesn't show the full animation. So, if you didn't notice the first time around, what the hell? It's trying to do both animations at the same time. Oh, that's awesome. Uh, okay, so let's just get this one done and over with. I'm not sure if it happens every time you do it for the first time. What the heck? Okay. Nope. I think just the first time you do it on the save, or not the save, first time you've done it for that time of loading in, probably. Because I have noticed it a couple times, twice in this world, but it was only after I had done a restart. So I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't always do the beginning of that animation. But here we are. We've got some new blocks to play with, some really interesting, what, thank you, interesting new toys, along with some pretty nice and useful new blocks. Now these, I need to put a gravity generator on here. These you don't need the DLC to get. Oh, I didn't notice that before. You don't need the DLC for this. These are in the base game now. This is going to make small hydrogen ships so much nicer to actually use. I'm not sure. Well, let's just see. Oh, it helps if I spell it right. Or just don't spell the whole thing. Now, that's what a regular one looks like. And that's what a regular. That's what the small grid one looks like regularly. And that's what the large grid one is. Now this one has 1,600 liters of space. And this one only has 7,000. So it is a good big difference. But you can have multiple of these. Nothing says that you have to primarily use hydrogen. But this will give you a good boost every once in a while. This would be more for a dedicated hydrogen ship. So, while with this one you only have 7,000, and this one you have 1,600 or 160,000, this one will let you have some quick acceleration thrusters, such as all of a sudden you're in a bad spot, or if you're in some fighter or whatever, and you want to get out of a situation quickly, you can kick on your hydrogen thrusters and just zoom on out. Now, with these, this one has 5 million liters of storage, and this one only has 35 or 350,000. So again, if you have a smaller, probably Corvette-sized ship, this would be a good opportunity to use that so that you can have a quicker boost of power to get away from a situation or to get to a situation if you need it. This is more for a long-term ship, or if you need a ship that has hydrogen engines on it or such. Same with that one for hydrogen engines, seeing as there are the small grid hydrogen engines. Now, that all being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this was good information, showed you what you wanted to see, and kind of give you a tip maybe you didn't know. I'm the Anarchist. Have a good one.